Oh! Still flips.
Oh, he still goes.
I like that he swipes the puke out of the way, like, get out of my way, puke.
Wow, what a finish.
I gotta dive here.
I think that's what they had in mind for draw drop. But
Yeah. And then this guy.
Swan
Takes that green miss.
Oh, and he misses. Oh, there's more to it.
If someone ever threw up and then jumped on me, I'd be like, you're a fucking dick.
I want to be. I gotta find this guy's name.
You're just not going to succeed. You guys come here because you want to succeed. You want to be better pro wrestlers, so you wouldn't be here. Like, no one wants to bump around and kill the back, and no one wants to be critiqued unless they want to be better and improve. That's why you're here.
It means the most for me in there. And all I'm doing is just putting on a show so that I can really focus on what's going on over here. But these fans, we're not educating them to this level of knowledge. They have no idea that they're being mind fucked.
Off the hair. Come on, 1, 2, 3.
See you Sunday. Bye, guys.
Like how Mike Hughes is going to need that, like the drop down, stuff like that, they're all counter wrestling. And we were able, like, what we just did is technically counter wrestling.
I can remember in my brain, it looked like a frog, like he jumped, but he didn't go nowhere.
But I didn't go nowhere. The ladder.
The ladder went.
That was it. The ladder went backwards. I literally floated in the air and went, oh fuck!
You know what it reminded me of? Fucking Wile E. Coyote.
Running off the cliff.
Yeah, when fucking something came off, the fucking cliff came on him, it was just like... That's exactly what it looked like. JT went... I'm like...
Oh, that's why my neck is so fucked up now.
We're gonna take a break here, pay some bills, and pretty soon we're gonna be having the Juice, JT Dunn, here in studio with us, doing an interview, and he's gonna have a camera crew with him. We're definitely excited. Yep.
I'm actually interested. I'm gonna be tuning in to listen to that interview. I'm very interested to hear what the Juice. I've always been a big fan. He was my very first match. He was the first person ever to pull me aside and give me some advice.
Really?
Yeah, he was the very first person to pull me aside and give me some advice. I always remember that. He probably won't, but I always will.
Oh my god, my blue hair. How stupid I was. Oh, that son of a bitch, Rich Bass. That was the first time anybody in my family outside of my sister ever came to a wrestling show. My Uncle Tom and I came to that show. It was really cool. Ah, there's Mean Dave. It was great. This hand proceeds to pie face me and crack my nose. Oh, fucking
You're not gonna know?
I was one of the last people in America to wrestle Reed Flair before he unfortunately passed away.
This was XWA, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's great. You got him to sign it too, man.
90.7 WXIN Rhode Island College Radio, The Strike Zone with Nate Grist and Jason Jazanowski. We got a special guest, hasn't been in the studio for about 3 years. We have pro wrestling savior, the Juice, JT Dunn. JT, welcome back to The Strike Zone.
I appreciate having me back. You're throwing that special word out real easily.
Yes. Well, you're on the rise, and you got a big match coming up on Sunday.
That's what they're saying.
Styles.
Yeah. I'm really excited for it, man.
Now, the fans put you in this match against AJ. They on the XWA site, they said, who would you want to face AJ? And the number one person that was named was JT Dunn. How do you feel about the fans and all that coming together?
I mean, at the end of the day, they're one of the most important aspects in what I do. It's one of them things that makes you very emotional in a good way, that all of these people see how hard I work, and they know that out of an entire locker room of, everybody can see the lineup. Some of the best professional wrestlers in the world are at XWA this Sunday. Any one of them, for the majority, deserve to be in the ring with AJ Styles and could hold their own, and they could do a great job. The fans realize that I will work the hardest in that locker room because I've proven that. I'm trial by fire. They put me out there, and XWA has given me the opportunity to work with like the premier talents in the world. And every single time, I'm the most talked about thing coming out of it. No matter what else they have planned, they always talk about JT Dunn versus AR Fox, JT Dunn versus Paul London, Dunn versus Carlito. Like, those are the type of things that motivate me when the fans are just like, when they, like you said, they put that post and like, I see it, they tag me in it. So I scroll through and there ends up being like 140 comments and 120 are JT Dunn, JT Dunn. Like, that motivates me. And when I'm in the gym training, I remember that. Like, that's the stuff where I'm just like, okay, like, I need to be better than they remember the last time because I want them to feel like they got their money's worth just from me and my performance against AJ. It's going to be such an emotional day for me, and I want to make sure that resonates with everybody, like how special Sunday at XWA really is for me. I want everybody to celebrate. It's not just a good day for me, it's not just a great match for me. This is a great match for Rhode Island. This is a great match for XWA. This is a great match for wrestling fans. And I remember being here 3 years ago, sitting in that seat, and Samosa sitting here and talking about how many things I wanted to accomplish. And here I am 3 years later, and I'm on top of the world. Like, that's crazy. That's a crazy thing to me. With my personal thing is I battled addiction for a very, very long time. And I've had a very rough life, like a lot of things in my life. I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. And that played into a factor for me, just looking for a release. Everybody has something that they turn to when they're sad or they're upset, and it helps get them away from reality, whether it's playing video games, playing a sport, picking up a hobby, hanging with friends, like whatever. Mine happened to be doing a lot of drugs and drinking a lot of alcohol and just forgetting that I existed. And that happened from the age of 14 until 22. And that vice had such a grip on my life, and I thought there was no escaping it. There's points where when I was wrestling, I was getting paid in drugs and alcohol as opposed to money. And in New England, I started generating a lot of buzz with PWF and stuff like that. And a lot of people would be like, hey, after the show, let's go get a drink. And then a drink would turn into drugs, and drugs would turn into another drink, and that drink would turn into like a crazy thing that I probably can't say on this radio show. I was able to have the worst day of my life in 2012. And it was after a wrestling show, and I got home, and I was living in Boston, Massachusetts at this time. And I got home, and the next morning I woke up, and I had just the worst hangover, the worst just like feeling from everything that I ingested in my body. And it took me 7.5 hours to get out of bed. But it made me realize that what I was doing in life overall, was going to kill me.
I'll get you plugged in here.
Uh-oh. Special caller.
No, we're not accepting calls. Don't call. You're going to put me in the spot. I'm trying to spread the love here.
You are spreading the love, man.
This is Dave Cole with us here on
oh, wow.
WXIN. Dave?
Hey.
Oh, man, what's up?
One of your trainers?
This is like, people can see me, right? Because I'm cheesing like an idiot right now.
Brother, man. Good to hear you.
You as well, man. Oh, my God.
Dave, you've been a very influential part of JT's life there with training him, and
can you give us a little bit of a background of, how you guys kind of got involved with each other, and I imagine you must be super excited for JT for his big match with AJ Styles this Sunday.
I've seen you, from like PWF, but like, we were both young and rookies, but like seeing you grow from that to wrestling AJ Styles, like, dude, it's just incredible. It blows my mind and it fills my heart. And
oh, don't start saying stuff like that because you're gonna make me cry on camera, and I've been trying real hard not to cry on camera.
I won't keep it too. I won't make it too cheesy, but that's awesome. That's something to be incredibly proud of. And
okay, Dave, we're not gonna talk about me right now. I'm gonna talk about you really fast now that we have you on here. Dave is responsible for allowing me to understand the mindset of positivity, and Dave was so willing to help a person like me who was so lost, confused, and just like I was literally on my deathbed, and in every way, like in wrestling, in life, like I was just on my way out, and I didn't care. I gave up on life, I gave up on wrestling, and then Dave came into my life at the most opportune moment. And I just remember the conversation in the Davey Lope Center, and Dave came up to me and just kind of was like very blunt, and the PG version is like, hey, you really need to knock off what you're doing, or like it's not going to work out well for you. And he just explained to me life and wrestling in a way that nobody else ever did. And in that moment, it clicked for me, and I was like, oh my God, and then I realized I'm the worst person ever. But I think because of the way that I looked up to Dave at that time, and it meant so much more coming from him that it actually hit me really hard. And I remember going home and just crying and reevaluating everything. And then, there was an instantaneous change. And it was from those moments where PWF took off with me, and then everybody else started using me, and people realized that I was giving a second lease on life. And it was because of guys like Dave and PWF and RWA as well. They gave me the opportunities to grow and to find myself as a person and as a wrestler. I think within the last year, I've come to accept every single thing I've done. They're bad things, and I hurt a lot of people. But now I have the rest of my life to inspire, to motivate, to make amends for all of those things that I did wrong. And I like to talk publicly about the things that I have trouble with, like my addiction and stuff, because when people, like I said, they don't know how to reach somebody. They don't know who else can help them. And the position I'm in with wrestling, a lot of people feel like I'm not a regular person. They think I'm larger than life. I don't have any emotions. Nothing ever goes wrong in my life. So I like to open up with my fans on social media or in person, at shows, and let them know, hey man, I'm having a bad day. Here's why. And there's been a lot of times where fans, I say fans, but I mean people, they just happen to be fans at wrestling shows, where they have a conversation with me, and they're like, thank you so much for talking to me. You're so awesome, it's so great. And I genuinely, passionately appreciate that. But they don't realize that conversation helped me more than it helped them. Because everything they say, and the smile on their face, and their passion, and they're so anxious to meet me. And a lot of people I love to talk. I love when people come up and have a conversation with me. I'll ask you more questions about yourself in 5 minutes than you even will be able to get out about me. Because I want to know how you are as a person, how you function, what you do. And if you're having trouble with something, I want to help you. That's just how I am. And that's never going to stop with me. And that's just a culmination of everything that I've overcome, and guys like Dave who have shown me the way where it's just there's such a fun way in life to live. I don't stress things. I just live life, man. That's literally what I do. I'm just a dude who lives life.
Then I checked my thing. I'm like, wait a second. This is creating a buzz here. There's a buzz about this match.
We're just talking about you, Elbow. We're just talking about you, Mach. Just putting you over, trying to get you the rub. $25. Come on!
by my buddy Uha Nation, Paul Cruz. Yep. Like, I used to make this joke with him. Every time I work out, I was trying to get Uha swole. 'Cause
you know, I just pursued, you know, following my dreams and, you know, making something out of myself. And, you know, just having him there at that moment winning the Shamrock Cup was unbelievable.